The day has finally come. The day of all things, Granny's retirement. Welcome to a game that apparently wants this peripheral that I don't have. I'll make it work. Ah, that sound! I love that slide whistle. Welcome to what's apparently kind of a continuation of the Wii Ski and Snowboard games called that. Apparently it's kind of an expansion of what those are, and whoops, I've been playing a lot of quiet games lately, so I'm used to things being a little bit more quiet. I'm going to turn down my volume real quick. There we go. Alright, it's always a fun time getting very remote things working, but I think we're okay. This remote's actually starting to die on me a little bit. But I managed to get it to work. Of course we're going to have an avatar. We know exactly what we want. Granny! Huh. Faces are a little more detailed this time. We're just going to have to get whoever looks closest to Granny then, unfortunately. In that case, I hope the game's not too loud, because this music is pretty loud. But I have it turned down a good deal, 30 decibels, so I've got vocals. In that case, I'll go this one, or this one. I feel like this is... I don't know how many other things we can change. She's usually pretty short. In fact, she's probably shorter than that. Doesn't make much of a difference now, does it? I'll take it. And... yeah, gotta... They're such fun things. So, we're just gonna call her... That's not shift, that's caps. We call her... Granny. So, some of you... I don't know if some might be confused about why I'm referring to this character, but... Granny has been the protagonist, so to speak, of me playing the two games that came before this, the Wii Ski and Snowboard games. Is that really all? Can you not change any more about how she looks? Well, we'll make it work. I have no... so this is totally blind. I haven't even started the game before now, so we'll see what there is. From what I hear, there's something or another here that we'll be able to use to track our progress like we did in the other games. Of course, they don't have a strict beginning or end, but we've got cutscenes now. If this turns out to have like way higher production quality than the other two games, then awesome. And I love the other two games for reasons other than production qualities to begin with, but we'll see. But we'll see what this is like. What I loved about the Wii and Ski and Snowboard games was that they were very, very, very relaxing, just go around the world type of things. And of course, they still have the snow resort. Why not make use of the skiing engine that they already made? I don't think we'll start there because we're gonna start with something newer, but hopefully them increasing the breadth of this game isn't gonna mean that it's lost too much depth. I'm curious if it'll have much in the way of open world elements like before. Wii Tennis, no one's seen that before. This does feel like a little bit of a knockoff of Woohoo Island at the moment, but we'll see. So I wonder if this is going to be some kind of minigame frenzy type of thing? We'll see. So I get the impression it's a lot of minigames. The tagline really makes you think this is basically a take on Wii Sports Resort. Oh. I can't search for snowmen on the loading screen this time, but it is still tiled. It's a bay. And a beach. And a jungle. I guess we're just getting an introduction here. This does feel very, very Woohoo Island, but oh well. I imagine most people looking at this know what Woohoo Island is. They're still using the same sound effects, I love that. Woohoo Island is the island that Wii Sports Resort and also Wii Fit Plus take place on. Kawaii. Those are some creatively named resorts. Something feels so nostalgic about these sound effects. I always did say I like the sound design of the Wii Ski and Snowboard games a lot, so I actually do like these returning, as silly as it sounds. It was one of the very signature things in my mind of the game. Am I going to remember your name? If you give me a reason to. No, okay, jumping in. Alright, so you just run around to begin with. And look around. Okay, you're going to hold C and look around. That was one of the annoying things, actually, with the, Okay, yeah. So you can tell they've repurposed some controls a little bit from Wii Ski and Snowboard. Also, this game, I'll have to see if I can get this to run a little bit better later. Because right now it's a little choppy, I admit. Well, of course, if you're going to give me any kind of freedom, I'm going to abuse it. I'm going to run around. High dive! That feels very unsafe. This is like a meter and a half deep, if that. It's like a meter deep water in a high dive. Whoever knows how high. Great. Is this a... It's a weird layout. How does that work? Where's that water go? This place is mysterious. But yeah, so I'm just joking to myself that after the original Wii Ski and Snowboard being a little adventure with Granny, and then, well, the first Wii Ski and Snowboard, which I played, and then Wii Ski, which was actually the original, but which I played second, was the prequel with a younger Granny, and now we're here. You move very slowly while jumping. Sometimes. Other times you can run and jump. People sound the same whenever you're hearing them talk wherever. So it looks like this might be fairly open world though, which would be cool. It's weird how the arrow works in the mini-map on the bottom left. It centers on the tip of it. Anyways. The same whistle. So that's the sound, that's the whistle that you would hear when you completed tricks in Wii Ski and Snowboard. Or at least, well yeah, in Snowboard. I tend to use Wii Ski and Snowboard to refer to the two games simultaneously. They named it kind of weird. Wait, okay, how about we actually go on the thing? I thought we'd actually be driving around. But, there was Wii Ski and then Wii Ski and Snowboard. Kind of confusing names, even though they are distinct games. I thought we found an activity. Okay, there we go. Eternal. I have to find it myself? Awesome. No, I already knew how to accelerate. So, how do we hold the remote there? Is there a preference here? Oh, it's ski controls. Naturally, why would I assume anything else? Like, they've added more detail to the little mannequins. Oh, and quick turns are... Okay, wow, this is Wii Ski. Controls. Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Although you don't have to hold B to jump this time. Now you have to press something to brake. Might have to stop to dismount. It's weird to use that little sound effect when you jump on and off things, but whatever. Okay. I like the idea. So I have a feeling we're going to get to know this place very, very well. If you've seen me play through Wii Ski and Snowboard, the two games, to begin with, you'll know that I very much like going through the world myself and paying attention to lots of the little details. There are lots of really small things in Wii Ski and Snowboard that made it feel strangely fun and immersive, in spite of it being not the most high production quality game that I've ever seen. And of course we have tricks. Yeah, it's funny that they're applying the same control scheme to other things. Bonus what? What's this bonus go to? Trying to do a hurricane. Just seeing if this same trick you can do the same sorts of tricks. Of course I'll go back to where we're supposed to be in a minute. But the idea here is to have some fun. Oh, you can turn around here. Okay, it doesn't look like we do anything forwards or backwards. The game will tell us more about how to do different things in a minute, I imagine. Right, maybe just after the race. Movement is fairly similar, or fairly straightforward compared to the rest. Hey, at the very least, I don't have to keep pumping the Wii remote this whole time. You guys have no idea how tired my arms will get after an hour of just sitting hunched over, flicking the Wii remote and nunchuck up and down the whole time. Ready! Here's the finish line for your opponents. That's what I figured. So we'll see probably once the game really starts out what sorts of things there are due to, so to speak, progress. The only real thing that was unlockable in the other games was did I skip something by accident? Was clothing. Okay. I don't know if it's the number of particles or what, but there's something that the game does not like here, performance-wise. I appreciate the waves. But it is also kind of cool here. I didn't expect the higher production quality of this game compared to the other two. That's really cool, because it's actually, and with me having enjoyed the two preceding games as much as I did, in spite of them being not super high production quality to begin with, these ones, or this one being a little bit more fully realized is a really nice surprise. Jeez. Yeah, I'll start playing with settings, trying to get this to, maybe between this episode and the next, I'll play with settings of it just to reduce on the choppiness here, because I don't want to subject you guys to those. I don't mind it. I can live with whatever. I imagine I probably shouldn't go on that. Could be stylish just to show off, but... And so I can properly appreciate some of this music too. Being able to actually hear it. But yes, so far I'm already quite excited. We got a nice opening and everything. You didn't have much of that in the other games. You just kind of got thrown out onto the mountain whenever you decided to go there, and that was it. I'll leave that be. Kawaii. So stage 1, so I imagine we'll have some events, like chains of events of certain types, like we did in the previous games then.
Oh, I get it.
Just all the little emotes. Stamp. Dash. Until you reach 20. Well, but what's 20 mean? I can count. I know there's 19 left until I reach 20, but does the thing happen then? I guess we'll see next time. This world is full of surprises. How are you waving at me? That's the thing people do in this universe. They just wave when they say things for some reason. I mean, I can do this stuff myself too. I'll probably do a lot of ignoring that just to explore the world, because that's I'm very, very interested in. Jeez. How spectacular could it really be? Sure. So I guess that's this game's equivalent of thumbs up. So if I have to guess, completing this game will just mean getting all the stamps, and Wii Skiing and Snowboard getting all the thumbs up meant finding a lot of secrets throughout the game as well. Like, that's most of what it was. We'll see if this game turns out to be similar. And it also gave you clothes and whatnot, and some silly other things like new skis and very eccentric items sometimes as a reward. You could get like Wii remotes as your skis and silly things like that. Okay, we're not trying too hard to hide our similarities to Wii Sports Resort. Here are we? I used to be in Oakland with skydiving this time. Anyways, I'll see you next time, and we'll, one, I'll try to get performance a little bit better, but second, we'll explore this big new world. Bye, everyone.